Good day to everybody out there to see thy wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water. How's everybody doing today? Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And we back with another exclusive about Diddy. Shit is looking real messy for Puff right now. And I think they trying to go for the juggler. And it says Diddy hit with superseding indictment, more kidnapping victims, arson and drug trafficking. Whew. Looks like they're trying to go after his money now. The feds tie that money up. He's a multi-millionaire, so he has a lot of resources, and the way to pinch that shit off is we want to go after your bag now. So prosecutors have expanded the racketeering case against Sean Diddy Combs, adding new victims and kidnapping allegations. Sean Diddy Combs' legal troubles are deepening after federal prosecutors unveiled a superseding indictment returned by a grand jury, expanding the scope of his alleged criminal enterprise. While the charges remain the same, the new filing extends the alleged racketeering conspiracy to 20 years. So they want to go back 20 years now. Adds multiple new victims and introduces more kidnapping allegations and new claims of arson, according to court documents filed on Thursday, January 30th. This was yesterday. Prosecutors say Diddy's billion-dollar empire, which spanned music, fashion, and spirits, was nothing but a front for decades-long criminal enterprise involving sex trafficking, drug distribution, and acts of violence. The new charges expanded the timeline of the disgraced mogul's alleged crimes, claiming that his criminal activity spanned from 2004 through 2024. They claim that his lucrative enterprise was built on crime, and they are seeking to seize the assets and money Diddy earned or owned from 2004 through 2024. Federal authorities have now identified 3 additional women, referred to in court filings as Victim 1, Victim 2, and Victim 3, all of whom were allegedly trafficked for his freak-offs, assaulted, and controlled within Diddy's network. One thing about me that I don't understand, if you have a right to face your accuser, why not name the victims? Why not name the plaintiffs? This is like, it's crazy to me. But I thought that you had a right to face your accuser. I could be wrong. The indictment details violent coercion, forced drug use, and financial manipulation to keep these victims under his control. The government's latest revelations include allegations of kidnapping in New York and California, alleging that Diddy used physical force, threats, and confinement to prevent women from escaping his influence. As for the arson charges, the feds had already claimed Diddy instructed someone to blow up Kid Cudi's car in a jealous rage over Cassie. In the new indictment, the feds have added arson, attempted arson, conspiracy, and aiding and abetting to the laundry list of charges against Diddy. The superseding indictment also expands upon Diddy's alleged involvement in the drug trade, adding methamphetamine and hallucinogenic mushrooms to the growing list of substances he and his associates allegedly possessed and distributed. This is them trying to go after the money. When you get into them drug rings and you supposedly was funding an empire, they're trying to go after your funds now. This aligns with previous accusations that Diddy used narcotics as a tool of control, forcing victims into a state of compliance and dependency. Diddy's legal team has denied all accusations, arguing that the government lacks direct evidence linking him to organized criminal activity and that any sexual activity was consensual. However, the revised indictment complicates any effort to downplay the charges, particularly given that expanded scope and additional victims. So the government and the feds are basically trying to make sure that they can secure a conviction against him by adding new women and going back 20 years. They really want this man. Thanks to the new allegations, and to make things worse, the feds filed notice of a special sentencing factor, which means the amount of time Diddy could spend in prison could be much longer. Diddy has been locked up in the MDC. Listen, at this point, we can see that Diddy is really under fire right now. He's been under fire. But the fact of the matter is, they're adding new victims and they're adding another 20 years. And they're also trying to go after his money now because he has the resources to fight. He has the resources to get shit done. And my thing about all of this is, Mike Jeffries, the Abercrombie and Fitch CEO, ex-CEO, who has the same exact charges as Puff, he's out of prison, able to fight his case, and also able to possibly pay off victims who have been victimized by him. Diddy is in a situation where he can't get out. Why? Because they feel like he has, there was evidence of him with witness tampering, and that he can, retaliate against people. The thing about this whole shit is, Mike Jeffries can do the same thing, just in a quiet fashion. He can go and pay his victims quietly and have this whole shit, taken care of. Diddy can't do nothing like that because he's behind bars and everything is being watched 24/7. They don't want him to win. And if you did what they say you did, you shouldn't win. But the fact of the matter is, the playing field for black people and white people is not the same. We know this. We know this. This is why when you're doing things out there, you understand, black people, you need to understand that the playing field it's not even. So you already know that if you put yourself in a situation where you're going to be in front of a jury trial or even a court of law, it's not going to be fair on any level, especially where everybody doesn't look like you. Just keep that in mind. Now, A$AP Rocky, him and Rihanna back in the news. So, this whole case has been getting a lot of publicity, mainly because Rihanna is in court and everything, but now the guy's friend has testified. He's testified against A$AP Rocky. So, in this particular news segment, A$AP Rocky's text messages to A$AP Relly after allegedly shooting revealed as Rihanna appears in court again. So, text messages A$AP Rocky sent to A$AP Relly after allegedly shooting him 4 years ago were displayed in open court during the rapper's trial on Wednesday, January 29th. The former friends exchanged messages just hours after the alleged incident, for which Rocky is standing trial on 2 felony counts of assault with a deadly weapon. Relly, named Terrell Efron, initiated the text exchange and accused the Harlem rapper of setting him up, which Rocky hitting back by writing, "I tried to do what? Stop making shit up, Rel." Relly later messaged Pretty Flacco to say that the incident was caught by security cameras, which an angry Rocky responded as an extortion attempt. And that's how he interpreted it, as an extortion attempt. He replied, "Now you trying to extort niggas? Talking about I shot you and shot you 4 times and all types of nonsense? You a phony and you don't have the best intentions. Stop texting me and stop calling my manager and call police if I shot you, you weirdo." A$AP Relly's testimony, during which Rocky's girlfriend was present in court, also saw him claim that his life has been a living hell since the November 2021 shooting. The former A$AP Mob member said that he had been the victim of death threats, lost his music managing business, and was publicly branded a rat by A$AP Bari. And his first day on the stand, Relly detailed the events that led up to his confrontation with A$AP Rocky. He described the moment Rocky allegedly pulled a gun on him, saying, "I told him to use it because mentally I couldn't believe it. I physically could not believe there was a gun in my face. That was the breaking point for me." He also claimed that Rocky told him, "I'll kill you right now," while pointing the gun at him. Prosecutors alleged that the rappers fired the gun twice, grazing Relly in the hand. Rocky has claimed that he only fired a prop gun which shoots blanks and that he carried it for protection. However, his legal team have admitted that the starter pistol no longer exists. Rocky faces up to 24 years in prison if convicted. I don't know about this case. All I know is Rihanna's in there. We all love Riri, and at least we love her music anyway. And I don't really know one song of A$AP Rocky. I don't. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. What's going on with Diddy? Is he buried? Are the governments, pulling for strings? Or what do they really have on Diddy to get him convicted? Seems like they're getting ready to pull a Bill Cosby with him. Seems like they're getting ready to pull one of these other stunts with like another person that has Tiger Woods, where they got him with a whole bunch of women. Seems like they're getting ready to pull a stunt to where he's getting ready to go to jail, and they don't want him to come home. He might be a multi-millionaire in prison, but we'd rather have you from the jail than to be out here and enjoying the fruits of your labor. That's what these people are thinking. Something that he did to somebody, he rubbed somebody the wrong way. They say it was Diageo, the Ciroc, the company that owns Ciroc. That's what they're saying it is. Who knows what the hell it is? Maybe that is the front for whatever they're doing. But, you know, on Earn Your Leisure a couple years ago when he showed up and he was a guest speaker at the Invest Fest, he specifically spoke about poking the bear subtly. He spoke about it. And he was direct in certain things that he was saying. But the fact of the matter is, when you have decades and years long of treating people bad, whether you're taking their publishing, whether you're making or whether you're presenting them with bad contracts. I can't say it was predatory because, well, maybe they were predatory contracts, but these are contracts that were presented to him and other people have signed. And just so happens that he's the black guy that always gets the blame in the front. But these white executives who make these 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old rappers sign these contracts, you never hear about them in the forefront of taking advantage of people. We know we know some of the names, but we always just hear Atlantic, Def Jam, Columbia Records, Universal. We hear those names. We don't hear one particular name of it, like the CEO. It's ridiculous. But this is what I'm saying. Just in the court of law, when we get no real fair game, in the court of public opinion, there's no fair game. Mainly because it's a lot of us tearing each other down. I'm not tearing Puff down. I'm just giving you the news as it's coming up. That's all. And at the end of the day, if he did what they say he did, he definitely needs to be held accountable. Now, and when it comes to music business and contracts and publishing and masters and all that stuff, listen, there's been too many people that have come out and said this man has taken advantage of them. We know who they are. They signed bad contracts. And, you know, it's not a good look when you've done so many people wrong and nobody can show up to your defense because of everything you've done wrong. And who knows who's on those sex tapes, and people are afraid to come out and speak about this because they're afraid of being outed. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But the fact of the matter is, Diddy's under fire right now. A$AP Rocky, he's facing up to 24 years in prison. He should have took them 6 months or 60 days. I mean, like, that would have went by in a hop, skip, and a jump. He would have been home before the summer. But, you know, people like to play with fire. And sometimes when you play with fire, you get burned. Peace.